Admiral Zenth's mandibles clicked with satisfaction as he surveyed the tactical display. 3,000 vessels of the galactic hegemony surrounded the blue-green world the humans called Earth, their combined firepower enough to crack continents. After 40 years of expansion, humanity's cancerous spread across the galaxy would finally end. "Sir?" His aide chittered nervously. "Long-range sensors detect a single human vessel approaching from the outer system." Zenth's 4 eyes focused. On the display, 1 ship against 3,000. The human's arrogance knew no bounds. "Let it come," he rumbled. "We'll make an example of it before we begin the bombardment." The human vessel was unlike anything in their databases, sleek where their ships were angular, flowing where others were rigid. It bore no visible weapons, no armor plating, just a smooth obsidian hull that seemed to drink in starlight. Captain Sarah Chen stood on the bridge of the Prometheus, her hand steady despite the weight of her species' fate resting on her shoulders. Around Earth's orbital stations, she could see the frantic evacuation efforts, civilian transports fleeing in all directions while defense platforms prepared for a battle they couldn't win. "Captain," her tactical officer called out, "they're hailing us. Put them through." Admiral Zenth's insectoid face filled the main screen, compound eyes glittering with predatory amusement. "Human vessel, you are outnumbered 3,000 to 1. Surrender now and we will make your death quick." Sarah smiled, a cold, predatory expression that made several of Zenth's bridge crew step backward instinctively. "Admiral, you've made one crucial error in your calculations." "And what might that be?" "You're not fighting 3,000 ships against 1. Sarah's finger hovered over a single, unmarked control. "You're fighting 3,000 ships against humanity." She pressed the button. For a moment, nothing happened. Then space around the Prometheus began to shimmer like heat haze. The shimmer spread outward, revealing what had been hidden. Ships, thousands upon thousands of human vessels previously invisible, materializing from what the hegemony had dismissed as empty space. They surrounded the alien fleet completely, sleek predators emerging from perfect camouflage to reveal they had been the ones truly surrounded all along. But these weren't just any ships. As Admiral Zenth's sensors desperately tried to make sense of what they were seeing, readings came back that defied understanding. The human vessels were generating energy signatures that registered off the scale, their hulls composed of materials that shouldn't exist, their very presence warping local spacetime. "Impossible," Zenth whispered. "Our intelligence said you barely had warp capability. These ships, they're centuries beyond anything we've encountered." Sarah's smile widened. "Did you really think we showed you our best technology? For 40 years you've been watching our merchant vessels, our colony ships, our patrol boats. You've never seen what humanity builds when we're truly threatened." The truth hit Zenth like a physical blow. Every human vessel the hegemony had cataloged, every skirmish they'd analyzed, every technological assessment they'd made, it had all been theater. Humanity had been watching, learning, preparing, while carefully maintaining the illusion of being primitive newcomers to the galactic stage. "You see, Admiral," Sarah continued conversationally, "humans have this peculiar trait. We're very good at looking helpless, right up until the moment we bite your throat out. We learned it from thousands of years of evolution on a world that tried very hard to kill us." The Prometheus began to change. Its smooth hull flowed like liquid metal, reshaping itself into something that hurt to look at directly. Energy readings spiked beyond measurement as the ship's true nature revealed itself. Not just a vessel, but a weapon that existed in dimensions the hegemony couldn't even perceive. Around the trapped alien fleet, the hidden human ships began to power up weapons that shouldn't work according to known physics. Reality itself seemed to bend around them as they prepared to demonstrate why humanity had earned their place among the stars, not through diplomacy or trade, but through an evolutionary arms race with a planet that had spent billions of years trying to create the perfect survivor. "Every world you've conquered fell because they fought the way you expected." "Them too," Sarah said. "They used conventional tactics, conventional weapons, conventional thinking, but we're not like them. We're persistence predators, Admiral. We don't give up, we don't play fair, and we sure as hell don't fight the way you expect us to. Admiral, Zenth's voice cracked as he spoke into his communicator. All ships, emergency jump, full retreat. But Sarah shook her head sadly. I'm afraid we can't let you leave with intelligence about our true capabilities. Nothing personal, it's just evolutionary imperative. We're hardwired to eliminate threats to our pack. Space around the hegemony fleet began to fold. Reality compressed and twisted as humanity's true weapons engaged, not destroying the enemy ships so much as editing them out of existence entirely. It was clean, efficient, and utterly final. In less than 3 minutes, where once 3,000 alien warships had hung in space like wolves surrounding sheep, there was only empty void and the fading echoes of hyperspace signatures. Sarah turned to her communications officer. Send a message to all hegemony worlds. Tell them that Earth is under human protection, along with every world that chooses to accept our friendship. Anyone who threatens either will discover why we're the only species to evolve on a Class 3 death world and not just survive but thrive. As the Prometheus and its fleet began to fade back into invisibility, Sarah allowed herself a small smile. The galaxy was about to learn what humanity had always known, that the most dangerous predator was the one you never saw coming. In the depths of space, ancient monitoring stations belonging to races that had transcended physical existence recorded the event with something approaching awe. After eons of watching civilizations rise and fall, they had finally witnessed something unprecedented, a species that had evolved beyond the need for survival, yet retained every instinct that had made them apex predators. The galaxy would never be the same.